Yes, I've got one large and one medium.
Billingsgate Market in London's East End, the hunting ground of Roger Barton.
They never worried about the weather when they come back from Dunkirk, did they?
A ruthless fish merchant with a reputation so bad, it's earned him the nickname the Bastard of Billingsgate.
You want to play hardball with me? No problem. If I'd have had him here an hour earlier... Bye now, bye John, bye.
After 50 years in the fish business, Roger is following a dream to explore the world's greatest food markets. Pitting him against the sharpest traders, the programme makers have given him a fighting fund to trade with.
Working in markets, the only way to learn is to put your money in. Any pollock? $30.
In New York, he won over the toughest fish merchants in America.
You're very affectionate for an Englishman, let me tell you.
Now he's off to Mexico City, and the largest fruit and veg market on the planet.
This is going to be a whole new ball game. I don't speak the lingo, I know nothing about fruit and veg.
How will Billingsgate's finest cope without a single fish in sight?
Let me see. Let's see how good this Englishman is. He might think he's good. Now let's see how good he really is. Sur de Londres. I am from London. My Spanish is more than extremely limited. Buenos dias, good day, good morning. Adios, señorita, goodbye. No comprendo, well, we all know that. Oh, this is the market, here we are. Look at the entrance, it's huge. Is this all the market? This is vast. Buenos dias. Oh, this is great. Organised chaos. This is what Billingsgate was like 50 years ago. Non-stop. Can't wait to get inside to see what's going on.
Roger Barton is about to enter Central de Abasto, the largest food market in the world.
1, 2, 3. ¡Bueno, chavitos! ¡Bueno, piñas! ¡Bueno! ¡Sí, vamos!
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
¡Cebollas baratas! ¡Pollo! ¡Yo te chicones! ¡Vente! ¡Pollo! ¿A dónde vas?
What is this? Hear the noise. Fantastic. This is a light. This is electric. It's such an eye-opener. We've already come, I would say, 3/4 of a mile, and you can't see the end of it. I would like every Englishman to come out here and see this. Bring the wife. She'd love it.
Spread over 800 acres, Central is 60 times the size of Billingsgate. The main building is over a mile wide and contains 70 miles of corridors and passageways. Feeding Mexico City, $10 billion a year flows through Central de Abasto. 30,000 tonnes of produce is washed, packed and sold each day. Roger may know his trout from his turbot, but what fruit and veg should a fish merchant sell to get a slice of the action?
It's like peas, carrot. What's the name in Mexico?
Zanahoria.
Pardon? You sell plenty?
Ah, sí.
Sir Walter Raleigh, he brought potatoes back to England. You sell plenty of tomatoes? Good. Will you tell her she's a very beautiful woman?
With so much choice and so little clue, Roger needs good advice. But first he should look the part, more Acapulco than Billericay.
Buenos dias.
Any self-respecting market worker must have a personalised apron.
Okay, I would like very much, if you can, put on my one the logo Roger and then the bastard of Billingsgate.
¿Por qué le quiere poner bastard?
I got that reputation in Billingsgate Fish Market for driving hard deals. It's grossly unfair, but there you are. That's life. Gracias.
Le vaya bien.
Rogers secured a meeting with the market's biggest trader, Don Cesar, king of chilies, a man with a reputation even more fearsome than his own.
You are known throughout Central Market for your chilies. If you were in my position, what would you start off with? Because I'm going to put a nice few quid into it, £5,000.
Mi padre y mi abuelo, cuando yo les preguntaba, bueno, ¿qué hago? ¿Qué vendo? Siempre me decían, primero ve, fíjate, conoce el producto, ya después de que conoces el producto, tienes que irlo a buscar. Entonces es lo mismo que yo te digo, vas, lo buscas. Aquí tú tienes 400,000 personas que venimos a hacer comercio diario. Cualquier persona puede venir aquí a comprar o a vender. Ven, compite con nosotros. Quizá ganas más, quizá haces mucho dinero o quizá lo pierdes, porque este negocio es de gente muy competitiva.
I think without a doubt you could make money here. This is vast. Today they tell me there's 300,000 punters coming in. Think about that, gentlemen. You only have to serve a very small percentage and you go home with a few more pesetos than you started off. Adios. Poor bastard.
But Rogers not the only one to spot an opportunity.
Roger me parece una persona muy astuta, pero también muy aventurero. No conoce el producto, no conoce el mercado, no conoce los clientes y obviamente mientras el competidor menos sabe, más ventaja tenemos. Tenemos mucho gusto de que haya venido a visitarnos, mucho gusto.
It's the morning of Day of the Dead, a traditional Mexican festival to remember those who've died. It's one of the busiest trading days in the market calendar. 500,000 people are expected in Central today, most looking for one thing.
Beautiful show here. Beautiful. They are like your wife. They're beautiful. The name of the flower is cempasúchil. I don't speak many foreign languages. In fact, I don't speak any. And it's not very easy. I've got to get that across to these guys that, you know, my limitations are limited.
Cempasúchil flowers, a Mexican marigold, are traditionally used to decorate homes for the festival.
What's his rock bottom price? Tell him I don't mean to be mean, but I've got to try to sell him at a profit. 40 pesos. We were here well before dawn, actually in the middle of the bloody night. But now there's a lot more punters about. Flowers are being taken off vans very, very quickly. They're going from here, there and everywhere. These are going out like wildfire. There's truck after truck.
Roger's business plan is to buy wholesale here, transport them into the main market and sell them on as bouquets to retail punters for a tidy profit.
Can you tell me?
But he'll only make a few quid if he buys at the right price.
There are deals done, obviously, but I think the asking price is literally the buying price. I'm thinking now's the time to move. What is the price you would like to charge me for each bunch, please?
50 pesos por manojo al mayoreo.
Could you do it at 40 if I have 20, please?
No.
My last possible bid would be 45.
Su última oferta es de 45, nada más. No podemos más porque el productor se lleva muchos gastos.
I appreciate that. 45, done.
The deal is done. 1,000 pesos, 50 quid of his stake for 10 bales.
We've now been going for half an hour and we haven't even reached our destiny. I mean, how far we've got to go. This is unbelievable. And we're still in the market. Allez! Allez!
He's been offered floor space in one of Central's busiest aisles by watermelon trader Juan Carlos Perez. Roger's banking on the passing trade paying premium prices for his repackaged flowers.
Who will buy my beautiful flowers? Da, 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 da. We've now set them out, and I know nothing about flowers, but I actually think we've done a fantastic job. They look the bollocks. If we don't sell these, then something's wrong. Known in Mexico as flores. 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 Madam. Senorita. Senorita. Most people look at me as if I'm mad. They're probably right. Ah, yes. OK, well done, marvellous. OK, thank you. Lovely.
Just one sale in 1 hour. But a quick Spanish lesson should make all the difference.
Flores,
Flores,
barato,
barato,
pásale.
Flores, bato, basili.
Barato,
Barato. Flores, batalo, Pazel.
And remember, it's barato, means cheap.
Ah, Flores, Batali. Flores, Basili. Buongiorno. Flores, Batasi. Ah, marvellous. You are helping me. Thank you very much, my brother.
Reverting back to English, trade begins to pick up.
Oh, did you not speak Spanish?
Not much.
Where did you come from?
I come from England.
England?
Yes, England. These are wonderful.
This is your
folk.
business?
No, fish. I wish I could speak their language. I could sell a lot in 5 minutes. Good man.
That's for my girlfriend or
That's
my
it
wife?
for your wife, and this is for your mother. If I was one of their own, they wouldn't hesitate. Thank you very, very much. You've helped me out of trouble. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. ¿Te acabo la...?
Yes, 45 pesos, please.
Roger's last customers ask if he'll be observing Day of the Dead.
Well,
Do you celebrate that in England?
before I ever come here, I never even heard.
You haven't.
It's not in England. We don't have it in England.
Lo invito a mi casa para que vea cómo ponemos la ofrenda en la casa. ¿No gusta?
I think that would be wonderful. I'd love to come. Thank you.
My name is Ignacio.
And your sister?
Dulce.
Dulce, it's a lovely name. Thank you. Good luck.
By the end of the day, half the stock is left unsold.
I hate to admit it, we got our arse smacked today. Heartbreaking in a way, disappointing because, you know, I worked very hard, put on a wonderful show, so the next time I do it, I'll have to try to get a contact, somebody who can speak the lingo. I feel then I've got more of a chance.
Roger's heading to Dulce's house to observe Day of the Dead with her family.
I'm a bit apprehensive, to be honest with you. You know, the Day of the Dead, being English, it's not your normal traditional thing, but I'm looking forward to it as well. Hello, good evening.
Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenido a mi casa.
Hi,
Es la
Roger.
tuya.
Thank you. Buenas tardes. How old is this young lady?
6 años.
6. Lovely.
As is tradition, the family has prepared the favourite food and drink of relatives who have died.
Te decía que no solo lo hago por tradición, sino porque realmente creo que vienen mis seres queridos, en este caso pues mi padre, mi suegra. Siento que realmente me visitan. Yo siento la presencia.
It's wonderful that you've put all this lovely food on. I think it's a fabulous celebration, and I'm so glad that you welcome me here today. Thank you very much.
The altar is decorated with the cempasúchil flowers and offerings of food and drink.
Porque es pues la tradición. Se supone que es el olor que les gusta a nuestros muertos. Aparte es la flor que se da en esa temporada.
Many of the gifts are for Dulce's father, who died 6 years ago.
This man obviously had very good taste.
La botella,
No, put it in the middle.
él era,
Right there.
pues le gustaba mucho la borrachera. Sus excesos lo llevaron a su enfermedad de la que él murió. Pero él nunca entendió. Entonces yo lo único que hice fue tratar de comprenderlo, de entenderlo, de aceptarlo tal cual era.
When he was alive, you did your very best as a daughter, so you should be very proud of yourself. And I'm sure your father would also be very proud of you. I lost somebody very close to me. Her name was Patricia, and she was a great woman. I only lost her 6 months ago. She had a heart attack. And I thought it would be nice to bring something that they loved. They loved asparagus. So in remembrance of her, God bless her, I brought these along, and I'd like you, please, to put them on your altar and in remembrance of her.
Sí, claro. Pues para que venga a acompañarnos y ya después se vaya a tu casa. Porque supongo que todos los días duerme contigo.
Gracias, gracias. This is a lovely way to celebrate it. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. My partner, Patricia, had never travelled around the world. She hadn't had big holidays. What a shame she isn't here, because she would have loved it. You know, you plan things in life, and they don't always work out. Look after yourself.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for your hospitality. We will return.
Roger's first day as a trader in the world's biggest market has been a long and difficult one.
It's difficult to do something that you've never done before. And of course, the bloody thing that makes it so difficult is the language barrier. Believe it or not, I miss Billingsgate. I mean, I've been there for 50 odd years. It's all what I know. I miss home. The food's entirely different. I love a cup of tea. Fuck me, I'd die for a cup of tea. I've never been the one to throw the towel in, and I never will. But this is a fucking hard challenge.
Central de Abasto is a city built on fruit and veg. Trucks arrive throughout the night, workers from 2 a.m. Each day, 70,000 people come to work here, and those who feed the city need food themselves. The market has hundreds of cafes, restaurants, and taco bars.
Taquitos, tacos!
Then there are those that hire out Diablos. And there's the odd crate to hire too. There are sign writers, repairers, and shoe shiners. Millions of dollars are deposited each day in the 17 on-site banks. But the market, like the city, is a dangerous place. Despite a police force of 700 armed officers, there have been hundreds of kidnappings.
Recuerda que después de la casa de bolsa, la central de abasto es donde más efectivo se mueve. Entonces eso atrae a la delincuencia. Ahorita los que tienen más y los que no tienen menos. Hay mucha desigualdad. La gente busca alternativas. Desafortunadamente mucha gente, en vez de trabajar, busca las salidas más fáciles.
For Roger, there's no easy way out. After failing with his flowers, he's come to meet El Gallo, a market veteran of 30 years.
Hay mucha gente que no sabe, ni se imagina que este es otro mundo. Hay de todo tipo de gente. Estamos en una selva, lleno de gente que le ha sido difícil tener una posición dentro del mercado. Llegan, sufren, porque ese es el mercado. La gente es tremenda, diario te quiere deshacer. Si tú te caes, quieren llegar y pisotearte.
Crucially for Roger, El Gallo's a gun for hire.
He's not on the right side of 60, but nevertheless, I don't want a marathon runner. I want a salesman. Good morning. My name's Roger Barton. Have you got a minute?
El Gallo.
Thank you.
At Torrance.
What's your name?
El Gallo.
El Gallo.
Un gallo de pelea. Un gallo. Soy muy agresivo para las ventas. Me gusta mi trabajo. Me gusta vender mucho. Me gusta pelear. Me gusta pelear, pero para vender. A veces no tengo producto, pero me gusta estar a un lado con alguien. Échale pepinos baratos, oiga, chiles. Me gusta vender.
You're my man to success, but
Échale pepinos. Échale aquí. Tengo estos baratos.
See, that's great what he just did there. He broke off our conversation because he had a customer there. He had a sale. That's what I like to see. Fuck anything else. They come first, and he's bang on right. That's what he's got to do. He's here to sell, and that's what I want him to do for me.
Este sería un buen momento para ganar dinero en la cebolla. Tú confía en mí, como yo confío en Dios, y va a ser un negocio muy bueno. Nos va a ir bien. Vamos a ver.
Recent rain has reduced the market's onion supply, and prices are high. But El Gallo knows where to buy them cheap, right on their doorstep.
Okay.
On the surface, Central de Abasto is one single market. Yet because of its size, around it, smaller, informal markets exist. Savvy buyers can make a profit in the heart of Central, having bought cheaper elsewhere.
Good morning.
This is El Gallo's plan.
Fuck me, what goes on here?
The cheap onion supply is not what Roger had in mind. Low-quality produce rejected on arrival by the market's traders is dumped here. But in Central de Abasto, one man's waste is another man's wage.
¿Ves? Toda la gente que está aquí viene a rescatar toda la cebolla, a darle otro acabado para venderlo, dado su costo tan alto que es ahorita.
These workers, mainly indigenous Mexicans, have migrated to the city, drawn by the market's need for unskilled labor.
La fuente de trabajo que no tenemos ya en la ciudad es donde la gente de escasos recursos viene a trabajar aquí. La gente viene en familias completas, papá, mamá y 2, 3 hijos para completar el dinero para comer.
I never realised, El Gallo, this was a part of the market. I'm actually saddened to see it. There must be 50 people here working their butts off and they're scratching a living. I actually feel choked. Of course, it's tough. It's a part of Mexico I never realised existed.
Es una bendición de Dios este trabajo. Gracias a Dios comen con esto. ¿Qué hacemos? Ve los niñitos, ve la gente. Muy amolada nuestra gente, mucha pobreza. Está difícil la vida aquí en México.
Once the onions have been dried, those that can be salvaged are taken to the processing area.
Está mala, fea.
Yep.
Limpia, procesada, trabajada, como es otra cosa. La hacen buena para la venta.
Now I understand.
Son manos milagrosas.
Rafaela used to work in construction, but now at the market she earns around £4 a day.
How do you make ends meet now? I mean, for what you're earning now, really, it must be very, very difficult.
A veces me la paso sin comer y para guardar lo poquito que yo gano para pagar lo de mi renta. Están muy caras las rentas aquí. Pues aquí, la mayoría, nos quedamos aquí.
She's in the biggest food market in the world. It seems unbelievable that she's only eating every other day. With all this food, all this produce around her, it doesn't seem right, to be honest with you.
With such a cheap supply of onions, and knowing his purchase will support people like Rafaela, Roger does a deal.
Okay.
Hello?
170.
1.5 tons of onions for just under 500 quid. But this trade has not been easy.
If I could, I would give them a lot more. I've got to go and sell them. And it's my business to make a profit. I've been doing it for many, many years. Sympathy ends somewhere, and they've made a living out of them. Good luck to them. Now I've got to do the same.
If the market supply remains short, El Gallo and Roger should be in profit tomorrow.
Rocha, el otro, vamos por la otra tarima.
Just after dawn, Roger and El Gallo prepare to start selling. But they're not the only ones.
All my eye line keeps seeing is onions, 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 more onions. Remember, this is a big market and there's a lot of people who eat them, but fuck me, you've never seen so many onions in all their life. But never mind, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
The market has been short of onions for weeks, but now the rains have stopped, you can't move for them. A change in the weather has scuppered El Gallo's plans.
Me siento preocupado porque yo lo invité a que invirtiéramos en este producto y lo que me tiene preocupado, que no piense que me equivoqué en la inversión de esta compra.
No one had seen the glut coming. Central runs on competition, not collaboration. Traders don't share information, making it impossible to predict fluctuations.
Todos guardan silencio y si les preguntan, dicen lo contrario de lo que van a hacer. ¿Por qué? Porque todos estamos pensando, si te digo, entonces vas a hacer lo mismo que yo y no va a haber negocio.
This is what's happened. The fucking market's dipped. There ain't nothing we can do about it. It ain't the end of the world. We're not going to become millionaires overnight, but nevertheless, tomorrow's another day. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, come on.
Despite the market's onion surplus, El Gallo marks them up by a third. It's not long before the first customer arrives.
250 el bulto.
What's one bag? Okay, write him out a bill, please. Well done.
Okay, muchas gracias.
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 Okay.
Well done.
Hey, en nombre sea de Dios.
Nombre sea
de Dios. Llego con una fe inmensa, una fe que no me dobla. He tenido, gracias a Dios, una capacidad enorme para desplazar todos los productos, lo que sea. He vendido casas, terrenos, carros. ¿Cómo quieres?
250 a bag. We take 250.
They sell one bag, but there's little other interest.
¿Vale? Ok. Ahorita viene.
Cebollas, cebollas.
It's not until they slash their prices that the first big deal is done.
Págale, son 10.
Yes.
2,000.
Okay, you've made a profit. Not a lot of profit, but you've made a profit. And not only that, he bought 10.
2,000.
Yeah.
The lower price attracts more business.
Págale ahí. 10. 2,000. Págale.
Okay. Gracias.
With just a third of their stock sold, the market's thinning out.
Gracias.
El Gallo still has faith.
Lo que sí te digo yo, que las voy a vender, y las voy a vender gracias a Dios y a mis San Judas. Okay?
But Roger is not a believer.
Well, I'm amazed what the man's thinking. I'm amazed at what he's saying. Any good product sells itself. Take it from me, I've been in the game longer than he has, right? And I know. These onions, love them, hate them, do what you like, but it makes no difference. The only people who's going to sell these onions is him and me.
Porque tú no crees, pero yo sí. Y vas a ver que las vendo. Cebollas baratas, limpias, ¿cuántas?
It's midday and the end of the market's peak trading. There's little hope of any more sales.
A bit deflated, to be honest with you. It hasn't turned out quite as well as we hoped it had, but these things happen at times. I had that gut feeling early. There wasn't enough people here.
Pues estoy muy preocupado porque no quiero que Mi amigo Rocha se lleva la impresión de que se equivocaron y soy un mal vendedor. Soy un buen vendedor, me tiene preocupado.
Only a handful of buyers are left in the market, all looking for a bargain.
Secas. Llevas 37 kilos. ¿Cuántas ocupas?
The customer's offer is lower than Roger's original purchase price.
¿Cuántos se quedaron en el almacén?
If you can give me another 10, we can have a deal.
10? 10 more?
Yeah.
Okay, 117.
That's what I paid. They're
Yes.
yours at the same price.
Is the less?
Absolutely impossible.
Absolutely.
That is the absolute bottom dollar.
Okay.
The price agreed, Roger's ensured he won't lose on the deal. And there's more good news.
Yeah.
30 bucks.
Okay.
Was a pleasure for you to talk to you this afternoon, my friend. ¿Es correcto?
It wasn't a pleasure, it was an experience.
Okay, thank you so much.
Gracias.
Just before closing, a last-minute customer wants 7 bags.
My last final offer to end the day, to do you a favour, because they cost me 170, 130. That's it.
Págale.
Please don't come back. I love you. It's lovely to see you. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Que eres un maldito matón, puerco, bandido. Eso es lo que eres, gordo.
Dropping the price to clear the bulk of their stock, Roger and El Gallo have sold all but 2 of their 60 bags.
Well, I know you might find this a bit silly, but we've had a miracle. And whether you believe in miracles or not, we have had a miracle. Because we were going nowhere at 12 o'clock. There was nobody else walking up and down. Nobody else was selling nothing. And then, bang, 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 we've got 2 left. Maybe he's got something we haven't.
Though Roger hasn't made a profit, he has recouped his original investment.
Con honestidad, con capacidad, con ganas, con fibra, como decimos aquí, salimos adelante.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Gracias a Dios, para mí no hay nada imposible. A Dios gracias. Todo sale.
In a few days' time, Roger must return to his business in Billingsgate.
I've tried to buy 1 or 2 items, which I've done, but I've only bought small. I haven't earned much, I haven't lost much. Now is the time to take the dive.
In the world's biggest market, if you want to make big money, you have to take big risks.
You've got to think big, you've got to go big, so now I'm going to look, what is it the Mexican eats every day with his dinner?
Chilies, the hottest product in the market. The average Mexican consumes 14 kilos of chilies a year. Every day, trucks bring in up to 4,000 tons. And one man is estimated to sell 30% of all the chilies eaten in Mexico.
No hay nada en la comida de los mexicanos que no esté relacionada con los chiles.
At the moment, what's the situation with chilies? Is there an abundance of chilies?
Este es el número 1, el chile jalapeño. De estos chiles en México nos comemos más o menos 500 toneladas todos los días.
That's a lot of chilies.
Y también tenemos el chile poblano. Este chile es el número 3 en consumo. Y en este momento yo te recomiendo que compres poblanos. ¿Por qué? Porque los poblanos ahorita hay pocos, están caros.
Don Cesar advises that instead of buying his chilies within the market, Roger could increase his profit margin by buying direct from a farmer.
Pero puede ser que cuando tú compras allá y vienes para acá, el precio se baja.
I prefer, as a gambling man, I would go to the country.
Mira, Roger, si tú vas a ir al campo a comprar chiles, tienes que comprar un camión completo. Tú te quieres comparar con los grandes de aquí. Bueno, pues tú estás tomando el riesgo de los grandes. Puede ser que ganas, puede ser que pierdes. ¿verdad? Pero tú eres el que tienes que decidir. Yo, de todas maneras, aquí te espero.
Surprised by the scale of Roger's ambition, Don Cesar has a proposition.
Si tú me traes un buen producto, puede ser que yo te compre todo el camión. Pero los riesgos son muy altos. Aquí nadie se pone de acuerdo. Esa es una manera de ser del mercado. Así es el mercado. Aquí no hay acuerdos. ¿Ok?
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck.
It's been an education.
Ok. Pues nosotros le damos la bienvenida a ustedes por si quieren venir a vender chiles. Pero obviamente no van a encontrar, como dice Roger, una cuestión de caballerosidad. Van a encontrar el mercado tal cual es.
You do realise I can do my money here big time. We can't get legged over. I mean, he's given us good advice, but we are going in the fucking deep end. You know, we might come out of this one fucking burning our fingers, and I mean burning them. But nevertheless, let's go to the countryside. I'm investing £5,000. That's a lot of money, £5,000. It can be gone just like that. So I've got to be on the ball, I know what I want, and I know what I've got to get. So I'm going to take the bull by the horns, and I'm going to go for it. It wouldn't suit everybody. It suits Roger Barton. He's a gambler. Some I've won, and some I've lost.
Internamente es una presión muy grande porque ahora la inversión va a ser más grande. Rocha tiene mucho positivismo, es muy arrojado, no conoce los chiles realmente, son muy difíciles, muy peligrosos. Yo ya tuve una experiencia grandísima de haber perdido casi $500,000 en una compra en Zacatecas. No tenía la experiencia que poseo ahora y cometí el error de mi vida, haber perdido un futuro de mi familia, un dinero que era pues conservado para comprar una casa y va a ser una aventura, pero como decimos aquí los mexicanos, que el que no arriesga no gana. ¿Ok?
Roger and El Gallo have hired their own truck, heading to a farm in Rio Verde, 1,000 kilometers north of Mexico City.
If I was here for longer, I could take my time, learn maybe a bit more. I've got to jump into the deep end. If I'm going to do anything, I've got to do it, and I've got to do it now. Sometimes I know when to put my money in, and sometimes I don't. I've got the gut feeling though today that it's going to be okay.
On arrival, the farmer, Senor Toño, is there to meet them. He wasn't expecting an Englishman in a pinstriped suit.
I'm just going to take my shoes off. Nothing stops a good Englishman, and that's what we're going to do. Avente.
Okay.
Let's go.
Bienvenido, vamos.
Yeah.
Before any deal can be done, Roger wants to check the quality of the harvest.
Mira, Roy, esta es la calidad de chiles que te ofrezco en venta. Ahorita por la demanda que tiene el mercado, se vende como pan caliente, como decimos aquí en México.
Esa es calidad. Tiene buen producto el señor Toño, nos puede servir.
I want to make sure those ones over there are as good as these. I'm going to check it all out. Before I part with my money, I want to have a good look.
Come adelante. Come on.
Roger's confident the quality will please Don Cesar, who he hopes will be his #1 buyer.
They are the bollocks, I tell you that. These are the bollocks. Once these hit the market, they'll be snapped up. I've got no worry, no danger whatsoever. I want to put my money in. Would you put your money in?
En esta calidad, sí. Buenas tardes.
El Gallo calls a contact in Central.
Nada más quería yo preguntarte a cómo cerraron ahora, cuáles fueron los precios reales de la calidad en poblano.
Sí, 20.
20.
Yo unos muy buenos que me llegaron a mí de Jalisco.
A 20.
Knowing they are fetching 20 in the market today, it's time to start negotiating.
Deseamos saber cuál es tu precio, don Toño. ¿A cómo nos pondrías el kilo?
Ahorita es un mínimo de 20 pesos el kilogramo.
No hay venta. Un precio para nosotros, para no tener una pérdida grande, 15 pesos pagaríamos el kilo, aquí.
Ajá. Tengo clientes, o sea, sí pagarían ese precio de 20 pesos.
We've come a long way as one businessman to another. I'd like you to slap my hand and we can pay 17, but that would be the absolute max.
No se puede dar. Entonces se sobreentiende que el precio se va a ir más a la alza, que es las expectativas y es la. Entonces, definitivamente no podríamos modificar ese precio.
Nobody can tell how many chilies will be in that market tomorrow morning.
One person who will know is Don Cesar.
Don Cesar, it's Roger speaking. I'm in the chili fields at the moment.
But Don Cesar is not taking Roger's calls.
Can you phone me back as soon as possible? Gracias.
I can't get an answer. He won't pick up the damn phone. So now I'm absolutely buying blind. I'm way out on my own here in the middle of nowhere. It's freezing cold. The top man, I can't get hold of him. If ever there was a moment I wanted somebody to pick up the phone, this is it. But he ain't picked up the phone. So now I've got to go in. I've got no choice. It's jump in the deep end and hope for the best.
For Roger, this is a 2,000-kilometre round trip. Driving home with an empty truck is not an option.
El Gallo and I have come a long way to buy your chilies. I'm going to bid you the biggest bid I can possibly bid. 19 pesos. Don't let me walk away for 1 pesos. That's not good business. Will you please accept my bid of 19 pesos?
No, definitivamente no se puede.
Tonio says he must consult with his business partner about the new offer.
Well, if he wants to speak to him, all well and good. We'll be in the truck waiting for his answer.
Tú ya le pagaste 2 pesos más. Yo no los hubiera pagado, nunca. Porque yo no quiero que pierdas, tú, Rocha, el dinero.
Ajá. Y ofrecen 19. Oye, con la buena noticia de que el socio aceptó el precio de 19 pesos, 5 toneladas.
We've got a deal. 19 it is, and 5 ton. Here it is. Now we'll see. All we got to do now is get it backed up and open the doors. Look, he's got about ½ inch either side. Christ alive, tight's not the word. Keep coming. Come on. Come on. Okay. Buen día. What's this?
El Gallo's negotiated a space in Corridor P, the market's prime chili trading aisle. It's 3 in the morning, but stock is already moving fast.
It's absolutely flying now. It's unbelievable. And I've still yet to see any chilies that I've got. So, we've got hell of a chance. I don't know, I feel good.
Roger's 5 tons on the lorry will fill 500 boxes.
What a wonderful sight. Beautiful, look at them.
El Gallo sets a modest price to get stock moving.
Vamos a tratar de jalar y tratar de vender de 20 pesos.
I think we're going to have to be realistic here.
Okay.
It's not if we're sitting on, like, just a couple of boxes. We've got a fucking truckload.
A 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
20, 20.
Chile poblanos, oiga. A 20 para echarle, amigo. ¿Cuántas ocupas? 3. Sale, cómo no, con gusto.
They're off to a good start with their first sale.
¿Cómo está?
Échale a 20 pesos, hermano. Pero pura calidad pedido. ¿Cuántas?
But nothing is sold for the next 2.5 hours.
¿Cuántas? Hey, amigo.
And the one person who could change their fortunes entirely has not yet arrived.
Don Cesar is the man I'm waiting for, because he is the biggest chili man in the market. If the price is right, he could buy the whole truckload of me, which would be wonderful.
Rocha, no me da miedo nada. Estamos con Dios, tú tranquilo. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar.
Would you like to have a look at my chilies? Because they are very, very good.
¿A cómo, Roger? ¿A
Right,
cómo?
can you give me 20?
No, no, Roger, es muy caro.
19 pesos.
No, Roger, es que tienes demasiado, ya es muy tarde. Del otro lado hay mucho, hay en cantidad.
Okay, tell you what we'll do. I'll sell at 18.
Okay.
18 done.
Échenme 30
For
cajas.
30 boxes.
Okay, Roger.
Rogers made a loss of 1 peso per kilo on the deal, but his day could get a lot worse if what Jesus is saying about the competition is true.
18, same as ours. Very, very similar. I've got one worse up here. Come and have a look at this. Nothing wrong with my eyesight. What does that say? 15.50. I've now just shit myself.
The size and scale of the market has caught Roger out.
I mean, I didn't think there was going to be that many chilies here today. There's 9 lorry loads, and that's not saying there isn't any more. I haven't got time to look anywhere else. There could be another 9.
They're forced to drop the price to 18.
25 cajas a 18 pesos.
Now, that's exactly what I thought might happen. The word's got around that we're taking a little bit less. Now they're beginning to come in. Geezer wants a nice few boxes at 18, and I've took it. Buenos dias.
50 cajas a 18 pesos.
Okay.
Despite some quick sales, trade isn't good. By midday, they have just over half of their 5 tons remaining.
Hi, Roger.
Don
How are you?
Cesar, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, come and have a
Oh.
look.
To the commerce,
Yes.
the business.
Yes, they're good quality.
What price do you want?
If you could give me 18 for them, I'd be satisfied.
No, now it's high.
To make a profit, I'd have had to go 20.
Okay, I pay for all?
The whole lot.
All.
Yes.
14.
Christ. That's what we call in Billingsgate a bit of a tough bid. Should we say 17? Just up there.
I offer you the good price because tomorrow maybe go down. Decide. Slowly.
To take the lot,
Okay.
the minimum I would take, and this is my last offer, and I hope you'll say yes, would be 15. But after that, I'll have to walk away.
You let me go?
I don't want to let you go,
I
but
go.
you don't have to
If
go.
you let me go, I never return.
I'm not asking for a lot, just 1 peso.
I can't
50.
pay more. No,
40. 50.
40.
Selling at this price would lose him £1,000. Roger takes time out.
Esta gente no se toca el corazón para comprarte. Te va a hacer pedazos. Así son los señores chilenos. Aquí hay una frase muy tremenda entre nosotros los mexicanos, que con dinero baila el perro y sin dinero baila uno como perro.
The geezer's given me a filthy bid. He's not playing the game. He's got us on the floor and he's not going to let us up. They're hard men to do business with. That's why they're multimillionaires and they'll have no mercy.
By following his every move over the past 24 hours, Don Cesar has seen Roger coming.
Obviamente, el agricultor lo primero que hace es levanta el teléfono y nos llama a nosotros. En este caso de los chiles que compró Roger, me llamaron a mí. Y cuando vienes aquí, yo ya sé cómo vienes.
As much as I hate to take his bid, and I mean it, my blood is boiling, but I'm in no position not to take his bid. The deal's done. 14, that's what I'll have to do.
Deal, Roger.
14.
Thank you, Roger.
Well, I can't say thank you, but
I am happy and make a business with you.
thank you.
I love this question.
After
Thank
you, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Los compró cuando estaban escasos y los vendió cuando había mucho. Pues lógicamente va a perder dinero.
He knew my moves from the minute I left Mexico City yesterday. He knew where I was, what I was doing, and how much I was buying, and how much I was paying.
Decía mi abuelo que es una mancha más al tigre. Y todos le decían, oye, pero ya parece pantera porque ya se puso negro.
Roger's time in the market is over. He's lost nearly £2,000.
Annoying, and it will take me a couple of weeks to get over it. It's not the money, it's a thing called pride. And I don't like to get beat.
Espero, Rocha, haya aprendido esta lección, porque en este mercado hay ganadores y perdedores, pero la realidad, hay más perdedores que ganadores. Bienvenido al mercado, a la central de abastos.
It's been an education, all right. I might have lost a nice few quid, but I know I've learnt a lot. It's full of hard-working gems like El Gallo. Thank God for him. It's also a hotbed of rogues and ruthless businessmen. I suppose in the end, the bastard of Billingsgate has learnt that there are bastards in every bloody market. Don Cesar, good luck to the guy.